recording has been started. Okay, fine. So we had started with the multivariate and linear regression. So for this multivariate regression, the model is supposed to be the multivariate because it contains more than one response variable. That is, हमारे पास जो y आ रहा था, y में number of columns ज़्यादा आ रहे थे. That is, we can say that we are having m is greater than 1. So what is m? So m is the number of columns in your y matrix or the response matrix. Now before this topic, we had considered that y is a vector which is of n cross 1 matrix. Now we are considering this y as an m cross n matrix, where sorry, n cross m matrix, where it contains n number of instances or n numbers of rows. So we are having n numbers of samples available, and we are having m number of response variables are available. So in previous model, that is y is vector, and now we are y is this matrix. So let again suppose that we are having only unknown parameter, that is beta is equals to 1, then we can say that this is a multivariate linear regression. It means that uh, this contains only one variable. So we are having a number of responses variable, but yeah, we are having only a single variable that is being available. So either we can have y1, y2, y3 is equals to beta naught plus beta 1 x, that is being available. Now if k is greater than 1, then we are saying that this is a multiple linear regression. So I'm just again saying that this is a multivariate linear regression that is being represented as an y is just n cross m matrix, where this y belongs to your dimension of n cross m, and this your of the real numbers, and this x is just y is equals to x beta, where x is of n cross k matrix, and this r is sorry, this beta, this is unknown variable. So we are in k cross m matrix available. So we are in k cross m unknown vectors are available. So we have to estimate all these variables, and plus some error matrix. So this is my error matrix. So again, this is of same dimension as s of ry. So this is again n cross m matrix. Again, this is cross again n cross m matrix. Why it is so? This is n cross k into k cross m converges to n cross m matrix, plus n cross m matrix plus n cross m matrix gives you the another n cross m matrix. When we are comparing this with our multiple linear regression, so what is this multiple linear regression? Instead of having this matrix n cross m, we are having this n cross 1 vectors available, and this beta again converts is originally is equals to the k cross 1 matrix. So we are saying again this is a multivariate linear regression. So this model is supposed to be the linear because your each yij, this is yij, that is ith row and jth column. So any entity, this is yij is linear function of your parameters beta aj. So we are having beta aj is available. So this is how we can say that our model is supposed to be linear, because y is the linear function of your different parameters beta aj. Now what are the what this j signifies is here is that you are having m number of columns available, and this a refers to the number of unknown variables. So this a belongs to 1 to k. So this is how we can say that our model is assumed to be uh, a linear. Then our assumption. So again, going to our syllabus, so we are focusing on this. So in our syllabus, this is my syllabus. Let me check what is the uh, syllabus is. Yeah, we are going for assumptions of multivariate linear regression, then we'll go for parameter estimation, then we'll go for multivariate analysis and the variations. So fine. So our assumption starts with, yeah, so our assumption starts with, we say that there exists a relationship between x and y, and we suppose that this relationship is linear. So we can model like that, y equals to beta naught plus uh, beta naught x naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 and so on. So we assume that there exists a linear relationship. If this is not linear relationship, then we can say that either a log term or the exponential term will be available in your matrix and so on. Now considering the another assumption. So another assumption says that we are having the errors. So this is epsilon e I1 to epsilon im. So we are in m number. So we are in again another epsilon matrix, that is an error matrix. So these error matrices are independently identically distributed. It means that each errors are independent of each other, एक error दूसरे पे कोई affect नहीं कर रही. So if these are supposed to be the random, but yeah, we can say that these are independent of each other, and each are each each are distributed identically. It means that though if epsilon I follows the normal distribution, then epsilon I2 again, or all epsilon follows the same identical distribution. So we said that these are independently and identically distributed. So this independently identically distributed follows a normal distribution with 0 m and our covariance matrix m. So what is 0 m? It means that we are having uh, a matrix that contains a vector that contains m number of zeros available. So this is m number of zero that is being available, because we are considering this m, we are considering only that particular row. So we are in particular column like I1, I2, I3 up to IM. So we are considering only this OM. Fine. So this is a matrix contain 0 m elements. Fine. Now again our estimated parameter and the unknown parameter. So this unknown parameter beta is a matrix, and this is an unknown and supposed to be the constant value. And when we are estimating this, this will be an random vector. Now again converting to your conditional distribution. So let's say Yij is dependent. What is the value of we have to find out the probability of Yij given xi0 to x ik minus 1. So we are having this number of this, let's say we are having this particular row available. So for this particular row and particular column, you can identify this particular row for this, and it follows your normal distribution with mean x beta. So this is my x beta. So we had considered that the expectation of y is just x beta with, because this is an ij, so we are considering the particular item of sigma jj over here. So my line again, we are starting with, let's say y equals to x beta plus epsilon. So these are the vector entries or the matrix entries of your y. So this is y1 to y1m and yn1 to ynm. So we are having n cross n values available here, and this is my x matrix. So we are supposed that where your x naught is just in 1, so we are having 1 1 1 value, and right from your x1 1 x 1 minus k and so on. So these are the particular value right from 1 xn1 up to xn into k minus 1. Again we are in a beta matrix. So this is beta naught 1, beta naught 1, and this is beta naught m and beta naught m, and this is beta k minus 1 into up to beta k minus 1 into n values. Fine. So I'm just again increasing the size of this. So we are considering, let's say we are considering any item, let's say this is ej epsilon j. So epsilon j follows, so what it signifies that j is the column of your particular this matrix, error matrix. So this epsilon j follows, so when we are considering the j column, it means that it contains a m number of columns over here. So this reflects, let's say we are considering any jth column over here. So here we are having a jth column there. So it follows zero number of n number of zero, because we are considering particular column. So in that particular column you are n number of rows available. So we say that we are having n number of entries in that particular column with your epsilon, sorry, sigma jj into in. So what is in? So this in is just an identity matrix containing n number of items available here. So this is an identity matrix. So it means that this is n cross n matrix with diagonal elements are 1 and off diagonal elements are 0. So this is just an epsilon jj available here. Then if you are considering a particular row, so let's say this epsilon I, so it epsilon I reflects your particular row, that is this row or this row. So this row contains m number of elements. So it follows again normal distribution with mean 0, and again because this is a vector, so it contains m number of elements, because we are considering a particular row. So a particular row contains m number of elements, and again this contains a covariance matrix available. Fine. Is it fine? Any problem till now? Any problem? No, I think okay, fine. So if you are not having any problem, then I'll continue. Yeah. Then again we are considering the covariance matrix. So let's say this is a vector, so this is an epsilon, so this is my epsilon matrix and I am considering a vector. So let's say this is, I am considering only a single vector over here. Yeah, so either this vector or this vector or this vector, or let's say this vector or this vector. So I'm just considering a single vector, क्योंकि हमने देखा भी था last class में कि we are considering only a single vector. So this single vector contains, so what it contains, so it follows, this epsilon follows normal distribution with mean is equals to 0. So it contains n cross n matrix, and the covariance, or let's say this is variance. So variance is just equals to sigma into the Kronecker product of, with Kronecker product with identity matrix of value n cross n. So it contains n cross n matrix with of diagonal elements are 0 and diagonal elements are 1. So this is how we can see that. And now what about this Kronecker matrix or Kronecker product? So let's say we are having matrix A equals to 1 2 3 4 and B equals to 3 4 5 6. So a Kronecker product signifies that it means that we are not multiplying like 1 into 3 and 2 into 4 and again 1 into 4 and plus 2 into 6. So this is not an Kronecker product. Instead, what we can do is that the first element, it is 1 into, we are putting a whole matrix over here. So 1 into 3 4 5 6 and again 2 multiplies with again this B matrix, and 3 multiplies again with this B matrix, and this 4 again multiply with your B matrix. So if you are having this 2 cross 2 matrix instead, so you contains this 4 elements and 4 elements. So it means that this A cross B matrix contains a 16 elements. So this is how we can, that 1 into 3. So you are getting 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So here you are containing only, this is again B matrix, and again this B matrix is multiplied by twice 2. So this is 6 8 and 10 and 12. Again this B matrix is multiplied by again 3 times. So this is 9 12 15 18, and this is 4 is just 12 16 20 and 20. Is it fine? Any problem till now? No problem. Fine. Thank you. So we are focusing on like conditional distribution. So we are finding this vector y, and this we are containing this vector y, as I started with that. Let's say yi is equals to xi x1 x2 x3 x2 xn. So again we are considering the distribution of y given you are having x value. So this is my given value. So we are just here finding the distribution over here. So this y given x follows a normal distribution with some values, like this is a beta transpose. Again this is beta matrix with Kronecker product in into the vector of again x. So this is the mean of
सर एक बार वो आप मैट्रिक्स का बता दोगे सर, वो मैट्रिक्स कैसे है?
देखो एक मैट्रिक्स मैंने सिंपली लिया है. दिस इज 1 2 3 4 एंड दिस इज 3 4 5 6. हम मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं. दिस इज अगेन अनदर फॉर्म ऑफ मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन. सो यूजुअली हम नॉर्मल मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन में क्या करते हैं, दिस इज 1 into 3 एंड 1 into 3 plus 2 into 5. सो आपके पास एक आइटम यहाँ पर आता है. देन इफ यू आर गेटिंग दिस वैल्यू, सो यू आर गेटिंग 1 into 4 and 2 into 6. सो 1 into 4 plus 2 into 6, तो वो आइटम यहाँ आता है. क्रॉनेकर प्रोडक्ट क्या बोलता है? क्रॉनेकर प्रोडक्ट बोलता है कि हम एलिमेंट वाइज भी मल्टीप्लाई नहीं करेंगे. हम इसका पहला आइटम पूरे मैट्रिक्स में मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे, फिर इस सेकंड आइटम को अगेन इस पूरे मैट्रिक्स में मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे, थर्ड आइटम को अगेन इस मैट्रिक्स में मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे, फोर्थ आइटम को अगेन दिस मैट्रिक्स में मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे. सो हमारा मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन कैसा हुआ? दिस इज 1 into दिस इज बी, अगेन 2 into this matrix B, again 3 into this matrix B, and again this is 4 into matrix B. So हमारे पास अब कितने एलिमेंट्स आ गए? हमारे पास 16 एलिमेंट्स आ गए. दिस इज 2 cross 2, तो 2 cross 2 contains, so this is 2 cross 2 matrix contains 4 item, and again this contains 2 cross 2 matrix, again this contains 4 items. So total number of item contains, output of this Kronecker matrix contains this 2 cross 2 into 2 cross 2. So you are getting 16 items over here. So you are having this 16 items. So this is 1 into 3. I am just repeating the step. This is 1 into 3, so this is 3, and this 1 into 4, so this is 4, this is 1 into 5, so this is 5, this is 1 into 6, so this is 6, again 3 into 3, so this is 9, 3 into 4, so this is 12, then 3 equals to 5, this is 15, and this 3 into 6, so this is 18, and so on. We can proceed like 2 into 3, so we are getting again 6, and 2 into 4, so we are getting 8, and we are having again 2 into 5, so this is 10 into 6, this is 12. Fine.
Yes,
Is it fine? Okay. So now we are taking the conditional distribution of data where, and we are going for identifying the mean and the variance of this matrix. So what is the mean and the variance of matrix is just like an just like uh, here. So the vector of y(x), so this is why we are getting the vector of y. So we are just considering only a single vector instead of considering your whole matrix. Let's say we are considering this vector or this vector or this vector or this vector. Fine. So this is one vector, second vector, third vector, and so on. So we are considering any vector y given x. So this vector y given x, so it follows a normal distribution. So it follows a normal distribution with mean. So what is the mean? So it contains the mean. This is x beta. So this is x beta. So this x beta, when we are computing this x beta, we'll get the value like beta transpose into Kronecker matrix, Kronecker product into In into vector of x. Again, so this is my mean. So, and this is just a representation. When we are going to solve this, we'll get this type of values. So this type of values are available. And again, the variance, so the variance is just an sigma into, so this is my covariance matrix, so this is sigma into your In. So again we are having Kronecker matrix instead of, again I'm बार Kronecker matrix बोलूँगा. Again by simplify you can say that I'm just going from this Kane product. Fine. Similarly the y transpose x, so again this y transpose x follows your normal distribution with mean vector of beta transpose x transpose, because this is transpose, so we are again just reversing the direction. So we will get x transpose beta transpose, or we can get beta x into b, or again beta transpose into x transpose. So when we are going to simplify this, so we'll get this type of value. So these are the values. So I'm just replacing this value or the product of this value into the covariance matrix. So sorry, yeah, so In into the covariance matrix. So just हमने transpose करा तो इसकी value just reverse हो जाएगी. So what do you mean by this In into your sigma? So In into your sigma is just equals to sigma. So this of diagonal elements, so this diagonal elements contains your sigma values. So this is your sigma values, and here each item, so again here the first item is again 0 m cross n matrix, sorry, m cross m matrix. So this, if this is n, so it contains n cross n matrix, or if it is m, so this contains m cross n matrix, m cross m matrix, and so on. So this how we'll get the different values. If it is n, so it can contains n cross n, and if it is m, so it contains m cross n items. Fine. So this matrix is supposed to be very large. Again, if you are in m cross n matrix, so this is again contains m cross n matrix, and again we are in m cross n value, m cross n values, again here for that particular value m cross m values, and so on. So we are having different types. Now we are going for estimating the unknown variable. So how we'll get the estimating unknown variable? So we'll go for, like, we are minimizing. So this is agar this is our optimization problem, that we have to minimize the residual. So what is the residual? So residual is y minus y bar, sorry, y minus y hat. uh, we have to minimize that y minus y bar, so whole square of y minus y hat. So what is the expectation of y hat is, we can replace y hat is just like an x beta. So this is how we can grow that y minus x beta. So will minimize. So we are minimizing on the parameter or on the constraint. So we are having this constraint, so on, let's say beta, so हमको बीटा की वैल्यू पर मिनिमाइज करना है. So this is how we can go for minimizing values, or we can say that this is just an optimization problem. So this is supposed to be concern. constrained convex optimization problem. So yeah, where again, so this is my loss function, so and this is supposed to be a loss function, so we are minimizing, this is yi minus beta naught j and minus from a equals to 1 to beta k minus 1. So this how again, sorry for here, so you can replace this 0 by 1, so we are having beta 1 because this beta j I had included over here. So this is how we can minimize our true value minus these are the my predicted values. So these are just similar values. So we have to minimize this. So when we are trying to minimize that, it means that we are going to differentiate it and then we'll like to equate it to 0. So this is an convex function, so it means that you are having a function, or you are getting a half elliptical structure which is upper side, and you will get a global minimum over here. So it looks like this type of structure. So आपके पास एक ऐसा कुछ बेल शेप जैसा कुछ आएगा, तो बेल ऊपर की तरफ खुला है एंड नीचे की तरफ बंद है. So this is and this is how you can get convex function. Then when you are considering the
हेलो
yeah, if you are not, no problem, then I'll, yeah. So
सर आपकी वॉइस
we are
नहीं आ रही थी अभी.
हेलो
सर अभी भी कट रही है आपकी आवाज.
मेरी आवाज कट रही है, बाकी को आ रही है मेरी आवाज? हेलो
नो सर.
सर
नो सर.
minimizing our least square. So what is this minimizing least square? That we are going to minimize this least square. It is, and this is y minus y hat. It means that we are going to minimize our original value with our predicted value. So this is how we can go, like we are differentiating this like y minus y. Differentiate करेंगे तो will be going trace of this matrix. So I can write this as trace y transpose y square minus x
सर आपकी आवाज बहुत कट रही है.
minus 2 into the trace of this y transpose xb and plus your trace of beta transpose x transpose into x beta. So this is just an हमने a minus b का whole square यहाँ open करा, and instead of having a full matrix, what we are trying to do is then we are going for this trace over here. Fine. So you are having any problem? No. 340, but you are not audible. Fine. Now, so when we are going to differentiate this, because we are going to differentiate this by our beta, so this beta is because this term doesn't contains any beta, so this equals to 0, and again I'm differentiating this term by beta. So what we'll get is 2 into y transpose x. So this is, or we can write that x transpose y over here. Then this term, because it contains uh, beta square, so what we can do is that 2 comes before over here, and this is x transpose x into beta. Fine. So kindly mute. Fine. So अगेन हमने जो देखा था बीटा की वैल्यू अगेन हमारे पास वही आ रही है x ट्रांसपोज x इनवर्स इनटू एक्स ट्रांसपोज वाई। तो ये हम डेरिवेशन देख रखे हैं। नाउ हमारे पास चेंजेस क्या हो रहा है, तो विल अगेन वी आर गोइंग फॉर दिस फिटेड मॉडल। सो दिस माय फिटेड मॉडल इज जस्ट लाइक वाई estimated y equals to x into estimated beta. So and our residual is just equals to e is equals to y minus y estimated. So when we are putting this value, let's say मैंने यहाँ पर इस y की जगह पर मैंने again x beta यहाँ पर put कर दिया, तो what we are getting is that again, so what we can do is that we are getting this hat matrix again available here. So this is my beta available here. So this is my बीटा मैट्रिक्स। सो यहाँ पे बीटा और बीटा के बाद उस बीटा की वैल्यूज हम यहाँ पर प्लेस कर सकते हैं। फाइन। सो या यहाँ पर दिस बीटा की वैल्यू इस इस इक्वेशन में मैं मेरे बीटा की वैल्यू यहाँ पुट करूंगा। सो दिस इज एक्स एंड दिस इज बीटा इज जस्ट एक्स ट्रांसपोज एक्स इनवर्स इनटू एक्स ट्रांसपोज वाई। सो दिस इज x, this x and this is x transpose x inverse into x transpose y. So this is my beta and हमने ये identify करा था that this is my hat matrix. Why this is my hat matrix? Because you are converting your y into estimated by multiplying this type of matrix. So this is supposed to be an hat matrix. So we are getting this like y hat is equals to hat matrix into y. So our h is our hat matrix and this h matrix is supposed to be the symmetric matrix, and again this is an idempotent matrix. It means that h is equals to h square is equals to h cube is equals to h to the power 4, so on. So this means that you are getting idempotent matrix. So again my question is that is your identity matrix is idempotent matrix or not? Identity matrix is just like an diagonal elements are 1 and up diagonal elements are 0. So whether this identity matrix are similar or not, symmetric or not. Linear algebra सब भूल गए. Fine. So what we can say that is this h projects your original y into your estimated y, and that's why we are saying this h is an hat matrix. So we are saying that this h projects your yi onto your column space of particular y for your particular value of I from I ranges from I to m. It means that you are ranging from column space. That means you are having a column space. Now again my question is that what do we mean by this column space? Any answer? Anyone can reply me? हरेंद्र नागर साहब, anyone? माधव, पलक, प्रिया, पूर्विका, रजत, any responses? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो ये कॉलम स्पेस क्या होता है? आप लोगों ने लीनियर अलजेब्रा पढ़ा है? भूल गए, सबके सब भूल गए। पता था मेरे को लिखना पड़ेगा। फाइन। सो दिस column space is just like your range or the image of your matrix. So this is supposed to be range or image of matrix, or the column space of matrix is just you are spanning a set of all possible of linear combination through your its column vector. So let's say this is my column vector, again this is my column vector, again this is my column vector, and this is my column vector. So what is the column space? So column space is that I am ranging right from here, or I'm going from here to here, or like this. So column space of this matrix is the vector space generated by linear combination of your column vector. So let's say this is my column vector. So this is my column vector. So we are in let's say 4 dimension. So हमने एक वेक्टर बनाया। मैं कैसे राइट करूं? जस्ट अ मिनट, मेरे पास व्हाइट बोर्ड आता है क्या? लेट मी चेक। मेरे पास व्हाइट बोर्ड, आप लोगों को मेरा व्हाइट बोर्ड दिख रहा है क्या अभी?
नो सर। हाँ सर, दिख गया।
दिख गया?
यस सर, दिख रहा है।
ओके ओके फाइन. सो लेट्स से मैंने एक कॉलम स्पेस बनाया, मेरा सॉरी वेक्टर स्पेस बनाया, तो लेट्स से दिस इज माय 2 डायमेंशन स्पेस पे दे रहा हूँ, तो मेरा एक वेक्टर ये आ रहा है, फाइन, मेरा दूसरा वेक्टर ये आ रहा है, मेरा तीसरा वेक्टर ये आ रहा है, तो इन तीनों के कॉम्बिनेशन से जो मेरे को मिलेगा, दिस इज माय वेक्टर स्पेस. Is it fine? So what is the vector space? So vector space is just any line that passes through your uh, uh, let's say passes through your origin and it satisfy all those conditions, so it means that this is my vector space. इतना याद आया वापस आपके लीनियर अलजेब्रा से? अगेन मैं समझाता हूँ. लेट्स या दिस इज वन लाइन एंड दिस इज सेकंड लाइन, तो इट क्रिएट्स योर plane over here, so it contains like this type of thing is you are getting is just like in vector space, and all those line follows your 0 0 0, so or any combination. So मैं यहाँ पे जो भी चीज़ें बनाऊंगा, this is my vector space. Fine. So again I am sharing my screen. Yeah. So this, so what is this? What it does is that it H projects your y into your column space of this y. Fine. So this is my column. Again we are going from this ANOVA table. तो आपको ANOVA table तो हमेशा फंस जाती है. So what is this ANOVA table? So this ANOVA table we are having again we are having some entries like we are having sources, we are having degree of freedom, then we are having sum of squared, then we are having mean squared, and then we are having this F statistics available. So we are at 3 source. This is residual, this is regression, and this is total. So in your multivariate analysis, sorry, multivariate analysis, you are having a residual degree freedom is just n minus k, and again we are having, now this is for a vector of a vector y. Fine. So if we are having m number of vectors, so what we are trying to do is then we are multiplying this all vectors, so we are having m into n minus k. Fine. Then we are going from this regression. So what is this regression? We are having, let's say we are considering again single variable. So for single variable we are having k number of k minus 1 degree of freedom. Then if we are considering m number of response variable, then will contain this m into k minus 1 variables. And what is the total degree of freedom? So we'll just add all those terms. So this m and this n minus k plus k minus 1, so it will give you m minus 1 degree of freedom. So what is this SS residual? So SS residual is just a summation of yi minus estimated yi whole square. This is what is SS regression. So SS regression is just a difference, sum of squared difference between estimated y and the mean y. And what is your total? So total is just an original sum, squared sum of original y with your mean value of y. So this is your total. So this is your SS regression. And what is the MS regression? So MS regression is just, this is SS upon df, and so these are SST upon df. And again we are going from this F statistics. So F statistics is again MS regression upon MS residual. So this is MS regression. So this is MS regression upon this MS residual. So you will get all those value, and you can check it values. Let's say this degree of freedom. So degree of freedom for regression is f of m into k minus 1 into f of m into n minus k. So thus you are getting the different types of values available. Fine. Now again we are converting this all values into our simple matrices. So we can write this matrix like an y transpose. So this SS total is y transpose into again n cross n cross n identity matrix minus 1 by n into j. So what is j? So j is again n by n minus n matrix which containing all ones. It contains only diagonal ones, and it contains all ones. So this is why all ones into y. So this is how you can say your SS regression. So SS regression is y transpose into H. So this is your H matrix. So what is your H matrix? This is x into x transpose x whole inverse into x transpose. So this is your head matrix minus 1 by n into n cross n matrix containing all ones into your y. And what is SS residual? So SS residual again can be written over here is, let's say y transpose into in minus h into y. Fine. So again your J is n cross n matrix containing all ones, and these are SS total. So this SS total is just a sum of all these values. Fine. Any problem in that? No. Fine. Now again we are
No,
going
sir.
for, yeah, we are now looking for the relation with your maximum likelihood estimation. So हमने maximum likelihood estimation देख लिया था. So we are started with, let's say this is yi xi, and हमने इसको यहाँ से देखा भी था that this yi xi follows your normal distribution with x beta into your x beta. So this is your mean and this is my variance. So ये हमने यहाँ पर solve भी करा था. So this is how we get. So this is ये वैल्यू थी. सो दिस इज एक्स बीटा. सो मैंने वहीं से उठाया. लेट्स से दिस इज एक्स बीटा. सो दिस इज वेक्टर ऑफ एक्स बीटा इनटू योर सिंपल वैल्यूज. फाइन. सो माय वाई आई फॉलोज सो यहाँ पे मैंने सिंगल एंटिटी लिए, एक एक आइटम लिया. सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग फॉर पर्टिकुलर vectors of the matrices. So this is how we are getting that follows a normal distribution. Because it follows a normal distribution, it means that each this yi has a probability density function. So this follows a normal distribution. So we are again having multivariate normal distribution. So what is the formula of multiple normal distribution? So this is my formula of multiple normal distribution with m values is just 1 upon 2 pi to the power m by 2 into your covariance matrix to the power minus 1 by 2 into exponential of x minus mu square. So this is x minus mu square upon your variance. So this is your covariance matrix. So this is upon variance. So I just written over here like sigma inverse. So this is our formula. So it follows a normal distribution over here. Now we are again checking that we are again going similar to your least square estimate. So again we are going for least square estimate. So this is, we are going from this log likelihood. So this is my probability function, and what is my log likelihood? So my log likelihood is that we are getting the parameters given your data. Here this is your estimating value, this is my probability. So we are getting observation, then we are having this parameters or given data. So this is my parameter given data. So this is my log likelihood, this is my log likelihood, this is a natural log of your likelihood of your data. So I can write this log likelihood as a small of L. So this is capital L reflects a likelihood, and this small l reflects your log likelihood. So your log likelihood is just like minus 1 by 2 into x minus mu square upon variance or covariance matrix. So this is my covariance matrix available here. So for again maximum likelihood, so this maximum likelihood we are going for maximizing our value, because this is just an inverse or minus sign available over here. So we can say that it converts or it gives a value of a bell shape which is open downwards. So what we can say that it looks like again मैं इसको draw कर देता हूँ. So मैं इसको share करता हूँ my whiteboard. Just wait. Yeah. So मैं अगर कोई कॉन्वेक्स फंक्शन की बात कर रहा था जिसमें हमने लीस्ट स्क्वायर एस्टीमेट लिया था, तो लीस्ट स्क्वायर एस्टीमेट हमारा क्या था? दिस इज एक्स माइनस अगेन म्यू स्क्वायर, या मैं इसको सिंपल सा ऐसा बोल सकता हूँ कि दिस इज अगेन अ वैल्यू, दिस इज एक्स स्क्वायर. तो एक्स स्क्वायर मेरा कैसा आता है? एक्स स्क्वायर का फंक्शन मेरा कुछ ऐसा आता है. सो इस फंक्शन में मैं देखूंगा, तो इस फंक्शन में मैं मैक्सिमम वैल्यू पे जा सकता हूँ, मुझको नहीं पता, पर मेरे पास यहाँ पे मिनिमम वैल्यू इस रेंज में आ रही है. लेट्स से दिस इज माय मिनिमम वैल्यू. सो ये थोड़ा सा मैंने इसको गलत बना दिया, तो इसको छोड़ दें. दिस इज माय मिनिमम वैल्यू. सो मेरी मिनिमम वैल्यू यहाँ पर आ रही है. It means that we are getting a minimum value. So what we can do over here, like this type of functions are known as convex function. तो इस convex function पर हम minimize करेंगे. So हमने minimize करा था log likelihood, minimize करा था हमने least square estimate. Then we are getting for मैक्सिमम लाइक्लीहुड, तो मैक्सिमम लाइक्लीहुड में हमारे पास वो जो फंक्शन था, दिस इज माइनस ऑफ 1 माइनस 2 एक्स माइनस म्यू स्क्वायर, ऐसा कुछ फॉर्मूला आ रहा था, दिस इज -1/2। फंक्शन कैसा बन रहा है, फंक्शन हमारा बन रहा है कुछ ऐसा। तो जब हमारे पास फंक्शन कुछ ऐसा बन रहा है तो हम यहाँ पर मैक्सिमम वैल्यू यहाँ की अटेंड करेंगे, तो हम यहाँ क्या करेंगे, मैक्सिमाइज करेंगे। तो इन आवर मैक्सिमम लाइक्लीहुड वी आर गोइंग फॉर मैक्सिमम वैल्यू एंड इन आवर लीस्ट स्क्वायर एस्टिमेट दिस इज एन कॉन्वेक्स फंक्शन, सो दिस कॉन्वेक्स फंक्शन में हम मिनिमम वैल्यू को अटेंड करेंगे। फाइन, कोई प्रॉब्लम इसमें नहीं? फाइन, so here we are maximizing this value, so we are हम इस वैल्यू को मैक्सिमाइज कर रहे हैं, and what we can do is that we know that this value is just equals to trace of x into x transpose into a। याद करो वापस, this is x trace of x into x transpose, so इस फंक्शन को हम x into x ट्रेस ऑफ x into x ट्रांसपोज लिख सकते हैं, हमने 2 क्लास पहले पढ़ा था। सो अगेन आई एम गोइंग फॉर दिस डेल l बाय डेल बीटा, सो इसको मैं अगेन डिफरेंशिएट करूंगा, तो हमारे पास डिफरेंशिएट में y वाली टर्म 0 हो जाएगी, सेकंड वाली टर्म को मैं xi yi सिग्मा इनवर्स लिख सकता हूँ, और सेकंड टर्म को दिस इज एक्स स्क्वायर बीटा स्क्वायर। सो इसको जब डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो बीटा स्क्वायर का बीटा आपके पास यहाँ आगे आ जाएगा। देन इसको सॉल्व करते हैं, अगेन व्हाट वी आर हैविंग इज दैट वी आर गेटिंग द बीटा हेट इज जस्ट इक्वल्स टू x ट्रांसपोज x इनवर्स इनटू x ट्रांसपोज i, so we can say that we are getting least square estimate is just equals to your maximum likelihood estimation. Fine. Any problem till now?